balloon event agency, or in Norwegian, Ballong Event Bureau. But because my Norwegian is not that fluent, and most Norwegians understand English, we're going to go with English from these video presentations. Today I'm going to be talking about sand and water weights. These are weights that you use regular balloons to make, to hold down helium balloons, and or to apply weight at the bottom of a structure, say a column, so it will stand upright. So these are very useful. You use them a lot in the balloon industry. Now, there are two main types people use, sand and water weights. Each of these have their own advantage and advantages to them. So I'm going to show you how to make them, my technique on making a water weight, which I've just recently come up with, and we talk about a little bit what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what are the uses, etc. So that's what we're going to do. Now what you're going to need to do this is, first of all, you're going to need some balloons. I'm using 11-inch round Qualitex balloons. You can use smaller sizes. I use sometimes a smaller size, say a 5-inch round for a small little decor character, just to keep it standing upright. So I'll use a small one, but very, very rarely will I need to use a small one. Most of the time I'll be using a 11-inch round. Yep. So then you're going to also need, for the water weights, something to push in there with. So you can either have a balloon straw, slide size stick. I've used barbecue skewers, the flat end. Anything that's not pointy would be good. Then you'll need water in a bottle for water weight, and sand in a bottle for sand weight. Sand you can buy at most play toy stores, say Toys R Us. You can get it in the summer when they're selling it for their sandboxes. You can get it really cheap, and you can get a lot. But you have to buy it in the summer because in the winter they don't sell it. So stock up in the summer and then save it for the winter. Then to decorate up the weights, today I've got a little piece of lace fabric here, just a little roughly square shape. I was rushing, but you know, you can make it really nice and pretty with lace. You can use Tull. Tull doesn't show up so well on the video. Tull, that's a Norwegian word, sorry. I mean Tull in English, so you can use that for the weights. So here's where I'm going to use to make these. Now I'm going to stop the video here, go back, and we'll get a close-up so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with a sand weight. I wish I could remember where I learned this, because I would love to give credit, but I don't remember. So whoever made this, please forgive me if you find this video. I mean well. So you just take your balloon. Again, I'm using 11-inch round, and the pump. Here's mine. Here's my vinyl machine to put my logo there. And you just add a little bit of air in there. You twist it off so the air stays put, and you pinch this so it holds. Put this over here. And then you just take the balloon and slip it over the top, and then you pour the sand in here, like so. Now I don't need that much air. I overdid it a little bit, so we can take a little bit off. I don't need much on this one. And then just to keep it from blowing all over yourself, twist off again, slide this off, and slowly let that out. Slowly, otherwise you blow sand everywhere. Squeeze the sand out, or the sand, the air, and tie it off. And there you go, one sand weight. So Then we're going to do a water weight. So same basic idea. Now, I haven't seen this before. Doesn't mean I'm the first to come up with this. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. With water weights, you need 2 balloons. So 2 balloons. You can use one of these poles, or you can use a balloon stick. I find a balloon stick's a little bit easier. You just put one balloon on the stick, and you just slide it through into the next balloon. There's lots of applications for this, but today we're going to use it for water. Now, I want a 4-inch weight because I'm going to use these. Maybe not today, but I will often use these in a column where I need it to match my 4-inch inflated 5-inch round balloons. So, one of the great things about this technique is you can make the water weights the exact same size. So I'm going to pump a couple times here. Use my little slide-in size here. And get it to 4 inches. Again, just like the sand. Tie this off. Open this up. Make sure it's the inside balloon as well, not just the outside. And slide this on. I let a little air out, but yeah, that's okay. And you just turn it and you can pour it in. You can give the bottle a squeeze if it's a plastic bottle. Cool thing is you can do this with the glass bottle even. And then you twist it off. Drain it. And then tie it. Got wet. Harder to tie. But then you see I did slip a little bit, but that's approximately the size I wanted anyway. About 4 inches, I guess. 3.5 inches. So with practice, you can make them the same size every single time. And there's your water weight. Now I'm going to zoom out a bit and stop the video, and then I'm going to go over to the pluses and minuses, etc. And one more detail you can do on both these weights. Okay, as we continue, I did forget with the sand weight. Here's that little piece of fabric. All you do is you take a weight, water or sand, you put it in the middle, bring it up. You can take, I'm using a balloon neck here, or a rubber band, or a broken piece of balloon, whatever. Slide it around, and now it's a little bit more decorative, and with the balloon it will match the colors. I can use this, say, with a balloon, 3 balloon little bouquet with this, and it'll match the colors. Great. Now, why use sand when water's so much less expensive, pretty much free? Why use sand? Why use water? What are the differences? Here's the big thing. Here's the deal. They both have advantages and disadvantages. Disadvantage of sand is you have to buy it. You have to make sure you get it during the season, otherwise it can be hard to find, at least here in Norway. Other places you might have a better chance. Sand is heavy, it's hard to carry around. I didn't know how much I needed for an event. I brought it home. I had like 3 kilos, that's about 7-ish pounds in my backpack on the bus. It was no fun. Wound up only needing a tiny fraction of that. So sand does have some disadvantages. You can't just have some extra balloons and just pop it out and make sand. I mean, I guess you could give it dirt if you're by a beach, but still, it's not always the most convenient material to use. So that's the negatives. The positive about sand is, first of all, sand does not destroy electronics like water does. So if you have a bouquet and it's weighted by a sand weight and it's sitting on someone's desk over the computer and it gets a hole in it, some sand might get on their computer. Will probably just leak straight down more than likely. And if it does, all I have to do is get a vacuum it up, and it's no problem. However, with your water weight, it can explode, fall on, the water can get on electronics and fry it, which would be really, really bad to destroy your client's computer. So that's a disadvantage. Another thing is, a water weight rolls, as you see. It doesn't want to stay put. If you have just a helium balloon on this, it's going to roll around and walk around. And you don't want that. You don't want it to be wandering around. I mean, there might be a reason you would want that, but I can't think of one at the moment. So it's not very stable. There's ways around that, and I'll go into that in a second. But back to the sand. The sand weight, it doesn't roll around. It kind of sits. And if you take out all the extra air in there, which I didn't, you can push it down. And even then, I can't do it here. Push it down, and it will sit flat on the bottom, and it sticks. It's not going to roll around. It's going to sit right where you put it. You can kind of shape it. Matter of fact, when I get it just right, you can even use it and make funny shapes and have the funny shape hold. But for now, I'm going to just do it like this and doing that, and it's going to sit fairly flat. I put too little sand in there. There's too much air, but there you go. Now, again, sand weights, they're cheap to make. You can carry them around. It's difficult to carry, but you can make them. They stay put. They're not going to destroy things. They're great for smaller items. They're also great for something that, for example, I do a little mini Christmas tree. It stands about this high. A water weight can't sit nice in there without it rolling around. So I use the sand weight for that with that little flat thing, and it sits perfectly flat. Again, it doesn't roll around, it doesn't stick out, and it can become flat, and it's easier to hide underneath a little quad platform around it. So, very nice advantages for sand weight. Now water weight, it rolls around. It can be sometimes harder to hide inside of a quad. It gets a little bit too big, it rolls around. However, advantages are water can be gotten pretty much anywhere. Using that technique that I just showed you, you don't spray yourself in the face with it, holding it to a sink, trying to find water on location. So you can use that trick. But then you forget your sand, or you forget a weight, you can just grab another balloon, run upstairs, run around to the bathroom, and make a water weight. So very easy to make pretty much anywhere you are. You always have water. And it works good. So, and also it is pretty quick they're quicker and a little bit quicker to make. Now, like I said, the disadvantages are it is water, but you can negate that. And for example, I would use one this size in a quick link column where I have a water weight on all four corners, so it rolling doesn't matter at all. And second, since now I can make them the same size as the rest of the balloons, they'll blend right in, matching everything else. So I really like water weights for columns and other large structures where the rolling around doesn't matter at all, because again, it's still a little bit cheaper, not much, but a little bit cheaper, and pretty quick and easy. And so they have really good use for that. So that's water weights, that's sand weights. I'm Isaiah. This is Belong Event Bureau, Balloon Event Agency, and I'll see you next week. Next week we'll be talking about glitter balloons, and that is very much inspired by Miss Sue Bowler. So thank you very much. You have a good day. Now, with water weights, I am going to